Welcome, everyone. This is going to be a three-part series detailing the introduction to Jewish conversion. The first part is about the Noahide laws. So who is this for? So this video is not just for people who wish to convert to Judaism. This is good for anyone who wants to understand the worldview of the Torah. It's also for Jews who want to fulfill this commandment, because Jews have 613 commandments, and loving the convert is one of the commandments. And if you want to convert to Judaism, this is also a good overview of what a Jewish worldview is. So first of all, we need to talk about what the ideal world without Israel is. And here I have a bunch of pictures of different cultural celebrations. And you see that the world is rich and beautiful, full of cultures. The world was always meant to be a rich, vibrant world with many nations and many cultures. And no one culture is meant to dominate, because if one culture dominates, we lose all of our diversity, we lose all of the beauty that comes with a vast number of nations. So Israel was never actually supposed to exist. The only reason Israel exists is because the world failed in some way, and the nation of Israel is here in order to restore the world to what it should be. What happens is humans naturally structure themselves into national entities. National entities grow, evolve, and develop. They find stability and sustainability over time. They have a unique internal culture and external relationship with each other, and we collaborate and co-evolve together. Every nation develops to have a contribution to the overall global ecosystem. So if the world was actually able to find peace, which the world hasn't, and if the world was able to find a coexistence and to fulfill its role, then Israel never needed to exist. It should not have existed. But the world was not able to fulfill this, was not able to live up to this. And so the nation of Israel was born in order to help the world be what it should be. So what happens is we get caught up in our own political agendas. We naturally forget that our kings and leaders must all have a higher purpose and must all be subservient to the King of Kings. We have a constant pull towards immorality, self-serving behaviors, and stagnation. Governments naturally become corrupt, and we need a guiding light to evolve towards a better world. So what did the world fail at was following the 6 laws of mankind that were given to Adam. So the first one was no worshiping idols, intermediaries, or falsehoods. Do not desecrate God. Do not murder or commit violent crimes. Do not commit sexual crimes or immoralities. Do not steal. And to set up a legal system based on justice where the punishment fits the crime. So all of these laws are kind of meaningless unless you set up a legal system in order to protect these laws. Afterwards, an extra law was given to Noah, which is do not commit animal cruelty. So when you look at these 7 laws, none of them stand out as being religious. They are all very moral mankind laws. No worshiping idols, intermediaries, or falsehoods, the first one, and the second one, do not desecrate God, are commands that atheists can follow. Actually, throughout all of history, it's the religious that broke these laws, and atheism is actually better equipped to follow the 7 laws of Noah. So when you look at the world as a whole, a few of these laws became universal over time. It wasn't always that way. So do not murder or commit violent crimes, do not steal, and setting up a legal system based on justice where the punishment fits the crime. So these have pretty much are everywhere today in the world. About 50%, 50-50, more or less, have laws against sexual crimes and immoralities and against animal cruelty. So these 2 laws are still not upheld. And very few countries actually enforce these laws. But today, a lot of people are not desecrating God under their daily life. This is not something they go around doing, or worshiping idols or intermediaries or falsehoods. Now, this one is kind of hard because we can always place ideals higher than a truth. So if we place any ideal higher than truth, this is a definition of idolatry, and this does happen, and it's hard to enforce. But overall, mankind is evolving towards keeping these. So with time, the Jews will no longer be necessary for the world. So now Jews believe in a concept called the world to come. So The idea of heaven and hell come from other traditions. Jews believe in something called the world to come. It's an idealized world that we're building towards. It's a utopia. And every non-Jew who follows the Noahide laws is guaranteed a place in the world to come. As long as you're following these laws, you are naturally progressing towards a utopia. It's guaranteed. We are naturally evolving and we are naturally getting better. It's only when we break these laws that we are descending. And so the main message is you already have a nation that needs you. You already belong to a nation. And so when you come to try to convert to Judaism, Jews will say, hold up, hold up. You already have a responsibility. You already have a nation. The world doesn't need Jews if you're keeping what you're supposed to be keeping. We shouldn't even be existing. This is your responsibility, your culture, your people, building a place for your people to thrive. So converts are discouraged from leaving their nation, abandoning their nation, when they might do a very big good by staying as a part of their nation and uplifting their own nation. In order to have a portion in the world to come, Jews have 613 commandments, not just the 7. It's much more difficult to live a Jewish life, and you might end up hurting the world to come if you become Jewish and don't fulfill the commandments. If you love the commandments, becoming a Jew can be very rewarding, though. So, not to say that Jews don't need converts, because we have a commandment to love the convert, which means we do need converts in order to love the convert. Without converts, we can't possibly think to fulfill this commandment. So, converts do play a special role in Israel. They're just discouraged from converting because they already have a job. They already have a role. This is a 3-part series. The next part, we're going to talk about what a Jew is. What are you actually converting to? And the greatness of a convert, because converts do have a special role within Israel. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good one.